the most wonderful time of the year. It's the most wonderful time of the year. You all know what I'm gonna be talking about soon. When you hear that song, you know what's coming up. It's Christmas season and we need to talk about it. Alright, so this is very important for me to bring this subject to you today. My Christian people, my Christian people. As you all know, most of you who knows me, you know I am spiritual but not just. I have decided to divorce with religion. It's been a while, and become spiritual to be able to look into all faith and learn from what I learn from. You know, pick what I think makes sense to me, just leave the rest alone. Alright? I believe God is one. God loves all of us. God did not make a religion. God did not make special people. He made all of us, and He made all of us equally, and He loves all of us equally. Alright, so but today my subject today, I wanted to bring a little bit of awareness of what I personally have noticed that goes on in the Christianity communities, especially during this time of the year. Here is the season of you know, the holidays. I call it the holidays because I really don't like telling people. You know how like during this time everybody goes like Merry Christmas to everybody. No, you can't tell everybody Merry Christmas because you don't know if everybody else celebrates Christmas. There are some people who celebrate Kwanzaa. There are some people who celebrate Hanukkah. Different faith, different belief, different celebration. So a lot of Christians try to be a little bit ignorant by telling everybody Merry Christmas. No, everybody doesn't celebrate Christmas. Alright, so to make it very politely and kind of like diplomatically, we usually say happy holidays because they are celebrating a holiday. So the awareness I'm bringing today about the Christianity faith, we are looking into the Christianity holiday, which is Christmas, right? But this is something that I've talked about before in my previous shows that I used to do with Voice of African Women. I have raised up this point about Christmas becoming a celebration that is losing its meaning, right? To me, I've noticed years and years after that this has become more like a commercial thing, like where people have just to start buying things, buying presents. It has become a holiday that concentrates more on material things. Everybody is buying presents for everybody. You know, everybody, all children knows now is to wait for Santa. Even Santa, this is what makes it sad. Santa has become more popular than Jesus himself. Alright, all the children, all they're waiting for is Santa to come. Santa must come. If Santa doesn't come, there's no holiday, right? Children start making long lists about what they want for Christmas. They want all the best toys. They want all these new you know, technological toys that are out there, new, upgraded and stuff like that. And if they don't get what they ask for Christmas, it is a problem. Kids throw temper tantrum, they cry, they are upset, they are not happy. Okay, my message is, along the way, I think it is a responsibility that parents have kind of ignored lately, to kind of like give the message, the really true message of why we celebrate this holiday, why people, Christian, celebrate Christmas. It's about the story of Jesus and how he's born, how he came with a message, and how he actually, Jesus' mission was to help other people, and that whole concept has been lost in this now culture that has been born to celebrate more about waiting for Santa to bring presents, right? So I think it's such a terrible mistake when parents are buying into all this kind of ideology of buying, giving. The children are becoming more demanding. The more toys they have, the better. Who had the best toy for Christmas? It's too much, and it's too much. And to me, I think one of the reason I thought about bringing this topic is I personally have nieces and nephews, and I'm gonna tell you the truth. One of my oldest niece that lives here is 12 now, but I don't remember one single day that I bought her a present for Christmas or this holiday things. I personally don't believe in toys, in gifts. I believe in teaching children the message that is very important in life, that is going to nurture their spirituality, it's going to nurture their well-being of how to look at the world in a different kind of eyes, right? Personally, I believe children that are, they just understand about taking, and not understanding like how to give, how to be compassionate about other people, about the world, is a very terrible thing. That's why we're raising kids these days that don't care about, they don't care about the world, they don't care about others, they don't care about the environment, they don't care about communities, they don't care about helping empower other people who may need help. So my idea was, I'm not trying to criticize anybody, I'm not criticizing anybody, because even if I tell you that I've never bought anything for my nieces and nephew, but their parents do, so so they're in a category like everybody else. They buy toys and all that stuff. But my idea is, I'm not saying you shouldn't buy toys for your kids to make them happy if that's what they want, but don't lose the message of the whole concept of maybe the Christmas spirit that goes along with this holiday. Teach attitude of gratitude. Teach your children even to become appreciative. When you start teaching your children how other people who may be struggling may need, instead of them just wanting, how about we spend a day, go to a shelter, feed the homeless, give a little bit of what we have, blankets, like toys that we don't sometimes we don't use, even something that we use, to the less privileged, to people who don't have. It is such a good message. You teaching your children to become responsible citizens of the world, and it starts teaching children to become responsible citizens of the world doesn't just happen. Children just don't wake up and decide to become citizens of the world. They learn by example, by the teachings of their parents, and in what direction their parents are pushing them into. So just a reminder, my friends, I am not trying to tell you what to do, but I'm just trying to remind us that we shouldn't lose the concept of this whole holiday by buying things, going to the mall. These days now the mall are so packed, no space to park, no store. Lines are so long, people just buying gifts. Gifts you can buy anytime, my friends. I'm telling you, the whole year we have 12 months of the year to show people appreciation, to show people you love them, to show it doesn't only have to be on a Christmas, okay? And another thing, teach your children, lesson like even them having parents. Having parents is a privilege, because other people don't even have parents, don't even have one parent. Other kids are suffering, they're in orphanage, So when you start teaching your children, start nurturing them with those spiritual consciousness, your kids grow up to start even appreciating you more. They start appreciating even having a parent, is a privilege. Having a roof on their head is a privilege. Having people that care about them is a privilege. Having a meal on a table is a privilege. My friends, let's use that kind of mind to start nurturing our children spiritually, than just giving them material things that by the end of the day, Kids don't remember you by the gift you give them. Kids remember you by the lesson you taught them, by how you guided them, by installing, nurturing, good values in them that will make them become the good people tomorrow and the better citizen of tomorrow. Not to go really into it, I'm going to give you an example of two other faith, like people who celebrate here. I've seen people who celebrate Kwanzaa, and I've seen people who celebrate, let's say, Hanukkah, the Jewish and the African American tradition with Kwanzaa. If you look at the Kwanzaa way of celebrating, the Kwanzaa have messages. It have 7 days of good message, nurturing messages that people give to their children. It's about community, it's about stay together as a people, it's about sharing, it's about responsibility, it's about each day of the Kwanzaa has a specific meaning that parents have to sit around the Kwanzaa table and share a story, share ideas, share pretty much like story about how we can go forward and help ourselves develop as a community. About Hanukkah, for example, I know like the people from Hanukkah, they also have like to lighten up their menorah like every day, for I don't know if it's a 7 day or it's a 8 or 9 days, I don't know. I've seen some menorah have like a seven candle holder. Some of them have like I saw another one that have almost like 9. So I'm not pretty sure how the Jewish tradition, what it means in the Jewish tradition, but I know that they lighten up a menorah, and also every day, they tell a story or they share a message that is very good, spiritual, like spiritually natural, So just to be on a same page, I wanted to remind the people that celebrate Christmas that Christmas should not be lost. That spirit of Christmas should not be lost in the concept of just giving, taking. My friend, when you give too much, and you have these kids who are becoming more demanding, they want this, they want that, you are feeding a monster. You are raising children who will not learn how to appreciate very much, because they only learn to take and wait. So it's not bad to give to your children, but even during the Christmas season, they tell them Santa is watching, and because he's watching, that's why if you are being good or bad, that's when he brings you a present. But also, how about teaching your children? It's not about Santa watching, it's about the children also understanding their responsibility in their family by helping their parents, helping and listening and being good children. It's a responsibility, comes along with being a part of a large family, and how we help one another, and their responsibility of helping as people in a family. Not like, oh, you have to help, because if you don't help and if you don't listen, Santa is not gonna bring you a toy. That's a very wrong message, personally, I believe. Okay, my people, this was just a message for us to share ideas, to share what we think is going to empower us as people. You know me, your girl Masawa. I like to talk to you, and I like to share my ideas with you about what I think and about what can make us become better people. Alright, happy holidays to all. I'm not going to say Merry Christmas, because I told you not everybody celebrates Christmas. There are people who celebrate Kwanzaa, some people who celebrate Hanukkah, and other different faiths celebrate different things. So just to let you know, I'll say to you all, happy holidays. Love you all, and take care of yourselves and each other and your community. Bye bye.